Welcome to the journey of Michael Joseph Jackson. Born August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, and destined to become the global phenomenon known as the King of Pop, we'll explore his rise from a shy child prodigy to the greatest entertainer of the 20th century, alongside the triumphs, trials, and legacy he left behind. Born the seventh of 9 children to Joe and Catherine Jackson, Michael was immersed in music early. His father led the family band. His mother sang, and by age 5, he joined his brothers in rehearsal sessions. By 1962, Michael debuted with his brothers as the Jackson Brothers in local talent shows. Their energy and youthful stance caught Motown's attention, and in March 1969, they signed with the label as the Jackson 5. Their first 4 singles, I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There, all soared to #1 while rocking stages with his brothers. Michael also pursued solo work. In 1972, he released Ben, topping the charts as a 14-year-old solo artist. After leaving Motown, his breakthrough adult solo record came in August 1979 with Off the Wall, produced by Quincy Jones. It sold 11 million copies and featured hits like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Marking Jackson's arrival as a solo phenomenon, December 1982 saw the release of Thriller, destined to be the best-selling album ever, shifting at least 50 million copies initially and later, over 100 million worldwide. Michael transformed music videos into cinematic spectacles. Billie Jean debuted March 10, 1983, on MTV, a breakthrough for Black artists on the channel. Beat It, March 31, 1983, featured real gang members bridging divides through dance. Thriller, released December 2, 1983, became a cultural touchstone, voted top video, later preserved in the National Film Registry. Then, in March 1983 at Motown 25, he debuted the Moonwalk during Billie Jean, captivating an audience of 50 million in 1984 during a Pepsi commercial shoot. Jackson's hair caught fire from pyrotechnics. He suffered second-degree burns, receiving a $1.5 million settlement, which he donated to the burn center treating him. He channeled his fame into philanthropy, co-writing We Are the World in 1985 with Lionel Richie, selling over 20 million copies, and raising $63 million for famine relief. He also endowed scholarships through UNCF and donated substantial tour proceeds. 1987's Bad sold over 22 million copies and spawned 5 #1 singles, cementing his pop dominance. In 1988, he published Moonwalk, an autobiography with a foreword by Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. Michael purchased the fantasy retreat Neverland Ranch in 1988, a personal theme park complete with rides and a petting zoo. Around this time, he revealed his struggle with vitiligo, and his changing appearance sparked public speculation. 1991's Dangerous embraced New Jack Swing and social themes. Its 1992 world tour supported the Heal the World Foundation, which he founded to uplift disadvantaged youth, eventually donating millions to In August 1993, Jackson faced his first child molestation allegation by Jordan Chandler. With no criminal charges filed, he settled in January 1994. The scandal shook him deeply, prompting an Oprah interview where he revealed childhood abuse by his father and his vitiligo. He married Lisa Marie Presley in May 1994. They divorced. Later in 1996, he wed Debbie Rowe. They had 2 children, Prince, 1997, and Paris, 1998, and later, in 2002, he welcomed Blanket via Surrogate. 1995's history was a fusion of greatest hits and new material, with pointed reflections on his personal and global issues. 2001 saw Invincible, his final studio album. In 2003, Jackson was again accused following the Living with Michael Jackson documentary. He was tried in 2005 and ultimately acquitted on all charges. Though legally cleared, the process left him financially and emotionally drained. In March 2009, Michael announced his This Is It comeback tour, 50 dates in London, his first major shows in a decade. Jackson's artistic legacy is unparalleled. Over 500 million records sold, and Thriller remains the best-selling album of all time. He pioneered visual performance, cementing dance moves like the Moonwalk and the anti-gravity lean, and set the blueprint for modern music videos and performance art, breaking racial barriers on channels like MTV. His philanthropic reach was profound, raising over $500 million through charity, causes, and foundations such as Heal the World and UNCF. Artists from Beyoncé to Bruno Mars acknowledge his influence, and his cultural imprint persists through exhibitions, tributes, and ongoing dialogue about fame, race, and artistry. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, a global icon whose voice, dance moves, and showmanship made history. But behind the spotlight, one of the most talked about parts of his life wasn't his music. It was his changing appearance. As Michael's fame grew, so did public interest in the way he looked. From the late 1970s to the early 2000s, fans saw dramatic changes to his nose, jawline, skin color, and overall facial structure. Michael always denied most of the rumors about plastic surgery. In a 2003 interview, he said, "I've had 2 nose surgeries. That's it. To help me breathe better, so I could hit higher notes." But many plastic surgeons and experts believe he had far more than that. Let's start with his nose, the most noticeable transformation. In the early 1980s, during the Off the Wall and Thriller eras, Michael's nose appeared slimmer and more refined. As the years went on, it became thinner, shorter, and narrower, leading many to speculate that he had multiple rhinoplasties. By the mid-1990s, his nose appeared extremely small and fragile. Some reports even suggested that Michael may have had to use a prosthetic nose at times due to cartilage damage from repeated surgeries. The change in Michael's skin tone also sparked massive media attention. Over the years, his skin appeared to lighten dramatically, leading to accusations that he was trying to look white. But Michael always insisted the change was due to vitiligo, a skin condition that causes blotchy loss of pigment. He covered the uneven skin with makeup and later used medical creams to even out his tone. His autopsy in 2009 confirmed the presence of vitiligo, supporting his lifelong claim that Michael's face also seemed to transform over time. Experts have speculated that he may have undergone cheek implants, cleft chin surgery, and even jawline reshaping. His brows became more arched, his lips looked thinner, and his face took on a sharper, more angular shape. Far different from his youthful features in the Jackson 5 days. Some psychologists believe Michael may have suffered from body dysmorphic disorder, a condition where a person becomes obsessed with perceived flaws in their appearance. It's also important to remember that Michael grew up under intense pressure in the public eye since the age of 5 and faced criticism from his own father, who reportedly teased him about his looks. Michael Jackson's transformation was more than physical. It was emotional, psychological, and deeply personal. Whether due to medical necessity, personal preference, or psychological struggle, his surgeries became a part of his story. Despite the media obsession over his looks, Michael remained focused on his art. He gave the world unforgettable music, legendary performances, and a legacy that lives on. In the end, the surgeries were just one piece of a complex, beautiful, and tragic puzzle called Michael Jackson. Michael's life reflected dualities, an imaginative genius who bore the scars of a stolen childhood and the crushing weight of fame. His public image, shaped by cosmetic changes, controversy, and eccentricity, earned both adoration and scrutiny. But on June 25, 2009, he died at age 50 of acute propofol intoxication at his Los Angeles home. His personal physician, Conrad Murray, was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter. A global televised memorial drew an estimated 2.5 billion viewers. Despite the darkness, his values persisted: unity, creativity, and healing, a message heard most clearly in Heal the World. As we look back at Michael Jackson's story, we see a man of extraordinary talent and sorrowful solitude, a child's spirit encapsulated in the world's spotlight. From Gary's Modest Streets to the Lights of Neverland, from record-breaking albums to courtroom trials, from moonwalks to medical tragedies, his life was a symphony of brilliance and pain. Yet, even amid controversy, his music and message endures. He challenged norms, transcended race, revolutionized artistry, and implored us to heal. If greatness demands sacrifice, Michael paid in full. But his voice, that voice, continues to resonate, urging us to imagine a better world. That is the true legacy of the King of Pop. Thank you for joining this exploration of Michael Jackson's remarkable journey. May his music move you, his story challenge you, and his dream inspire you, because in remembering him, we learn that art, drama, and humanity are forever intertwined.